The heart of Stoic philosophy is built around a deceptively simple yet profoundly demanding idea. We have no control over external events, only over our reactions to them. This principle is the backbone of Stoicism, and it is as relevant today as it was 2,000 years ago when philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius shaped its core teachings. In a world where unpredictability reigns, whether it's personal tragedy, global crises, or everyday setbacks, Stoicism offers a practical guide for navigating adversity without being consumed by it. The Stoics viewed suffering as an inevitable part of life, not an anomaly. Marcus Aurelius, in his private notes now known as Meditations, reminded himself daily that he would encounter selfish, rude, and unjust people, yet he also reaffirmed that none of these external behaviors could truly harm his inner self unless he allowed them to. This idea resonates deeply in modern psychology, where cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, has roots tracing back to Stoic thought, highlighting that our interpretations, not events themselves, trigger emotional upheaval. One of the most essential tenets of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, articulated famously by Epictetus. He wrote, "Some things are up to us and some are not." The clarity of this division is what gives Stoicism its strength. If something is within our control, our judgments, desires, and actions, then we can and should master it. If it is outside our control, other people's opinions, natural disasters, economic downturns, we must accept it with equanimity. For the Stoic, investing emotional energy in uncontrollable matters is not only futile but also a recipe for perpetual frustration. Seneca, another giant of Stoicism, took this concept further by emphasizing the importance of preparation. His idea of premeditatio malorum, or negative visualization, involves consciously contemplating worst-case scenarios. For example, if you fear losing your job, a Stoic exercise would be to imagine exactly what that experience would look and feel, like confronting the fear head-on rather than avoiding it. The result is twofold. You lessen the surprise and emotional sting if it does happen, and you appreciate your current situation more deeply because you are constantly aware it could be taken away. This might seem pessimistic at first glance, but paradoxically, it creates a deep sense of gratitude and presence. In Letters from a Stoic, Seneca writes about wealth and status as fleeting illusions. He tells us that true happiness must come from within, because everything external is temporary and can vanish in an instant. This mindset trains Stoics to be self-sufficient emotionally, reducing vulnerability to external shocks. Consider the practice of voluntary discomfort, another Stoic tool. Seneca advised wealthy Romans to occasionally sleep on the floor, wear simple clothes, and eat coarse food, not out of self-punishment, but to build resilience. By willingly exposing themselves to discomfort, Stoics inoculate their minds against fear and fragility. In modern terms, this might look like taking cold showers, fasting, or practicing minimalism, not as trends but as spiritual exercises to toughen the psyche. Marcus Aurelius, perhaps the most famous Stoic, lived this philosophy while shouldering immense burdens as Roman emperor. In Meditations, he often reflected on his duty and the transient nature of life. One of his most quoted lines is, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For Marcus, being Stoic wasn't about suppressing emotion, but rather about aligning emotion with reason and virtue. Let's take a look at a modern embodiment of Stoic endurance, Admiral James Stockdale. Shot down during the Vietnam War and imprisoned for 7 brutal years, Stockdale credits his survival to the teachings of Epictetus. He faced torture and isolation, yet maintained his dignity, saying later, "I never lost faith in the end of the story." His story is a testament to the Stoic belief that while your body can be imprisoned or broken, your mind remains your own fortress. But Stoicism doesn't merely shine in extreme situations. It's also deeply practical for daily annoyances and emotional turbulence. Think of rush hour traffic, online criticism, or personal betrayals. A Stoic response would be to pause, assess whether the situation is within your control, and then respond with calm detachment if it is not. This isn't emotional suppression, it's emotional mastery. In modern culture, Stoicism has seen a significant revival. Figures like Ryan Holiday have popularized its teachings, especially in high-pressure environments like business and sports. Athletes use Stoic techniques to stay focused during competition. Entrepreneurs lean on Stoicism to weather market volatility. The appeal is clear. Stoicism offers tools to maintain inner peace and purpose in a chaotic world. However, Stoicism is not without criticism. One common challenge is that its emphasis on rational control might come across as emotionally sterile. Critics argue that by focusing too much on self-sufficiency, Stoicism risks neglecting the healing power of community, empathy, and deeper spiritual faith. Indeed, for many people, sheer mental discipline may not be enough when grappling with profound grief, trauma, or existential despair. This is where faith-based perspectives often diverge sharply from Stoic philosophy, offering a different kind of solace through trust in a higher power. Yet it's worth noting that Stoicism does not advocate cold-heartedness. The Stoic ideal is not to feel nothing but to feel wisely. Marcus Aurelius himself was a deeply compassionate ruler, constantly reminding himself to serve the common good. Stoicism acknowledges emotions as natural. It simply refuses to let them dictate one's moral compass. What makes Stoicism uniquely powerful is its timelessness. Whether you're a Roman emperor, a POW, or a modern worker facing burnout, the core message remains. Your inner world is your greatest domain, and no external force can conquer it without your consent. This is both liberating and demanding. It places ultimate responsibility for your well-being squarely on your shoulders. Personally, as I reflect on Stoicism, I find it both inspiring and challenging. Its clarity and practicality are undeniable, offering a roadmap for enduring life's inevitable storms with dignity. Yet, I also recognize that human beings are more than just rational creatures. We are relational, spiritual, and deeply emotional. While Stoicism equips us with mental armor, I believe true wholeness might also require connection, vulnerability, and faith. This is why the conversation between Stoicism and faith-based worldviews remains so rich and relevant. And so, the question I leave you with is this: in your own life, have you found strength more in mastering your mind or in surrendering your struggles to a higher power? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Your insights don't just add to this conversation, they help shape the direction of this entire channel. Let's keep growing together.